Steve Prefontaine once said, "Somebody may beat me, but they are going to have to bleed to do it." This was the story of Pre's life. Ever since at a young age, it was quite obvious that Steve had an amazing work ethic. He would pound himself every day, working 3 times as hard as everyone else to be better. The match of his amazing work ethic and love for running made him a force to be reckoned with. Steve Prefontaine couldn't be stopped. I will break up Steve's life into 3 main points. Number 1, Steve dominated high school. Number 2, Steve dominated college. And number 3, Steve's life was cut short. Steve's career started out strong, but it wasn't all easy going. Steve had to work tirelessly to be good. Which leads to my first main point. Steve dominated in high school. In 2006, Michael Muska wrote an article about Steve's high school career. Steve went to Marshfield High School in Coos Bay, Oregon. It was there that he discovered his love for running. In his freshman and sophomore year, he was just seen as another runner. But he was kind of a standout, but not quite to the point where colleges were looking at him yet. Then when his junior and senior year came around, he was definitely a standout, going undefeated in every race, and also claiming 2 state titles. Biography.com wrote an article in 2014 also talking about his high school career. He set a national high school record in the 2-mile. And also, he broke 19 national records of track. In my first main point, I talked about how Steve dominated high school, claiming 2 state titles and breaking 19 national track records. This proves that Steve dominated in high school. Steve didn't only dominate in high school. My second main point is that Steve dominated in college. Biography.com talks also about Steve's college career. Prefontaine attended the University of Oregon. It was at the University of Oregon where he trained under Bill Bowerman. It was here that he won 3 Division I NCAA cross-country championships. Sports Reference, an Olympic website, talks about Steve's college career also. They say that Steve was a cocky and aggressive runner who always had to be up front. At the beginning of a race, Steve would take off and take first place, not letting anyone pass him for the rest of the race. As my second main point proves, Steve dominated in college, winning 3 Division I NCAA cross-country championships and 4 straight 3-mile titles. Steve dominated in college. Even though Steve had a very successful career, he was still cut short. My third main point is Steve's life was cut short. Biography.com talks about Steve's later life. After college, Steve qualified for the 1972 Olympics in the 5K race. He planned to break the world record in the race, but things didn't go as planned. The whole field started out way slower than he originally thought. This wasn't suited for the way Pre ran. And then it was quite obvious that that was right, because at the end of the race he got outkicked, taking 4th place. SportsReference.com explains Pre's life after his Olympic race. His race in 1972 qualified him for the Olympic race in 1976, but he never made it there. Pre was tragically killed in a car accident in Eugene after running a race. The date, May 30th, 1975, only at the age of 24. As I explained in my third main point, Steve's life was cut short. An amazing race in 1972 qualified him for the race in 1976, but he never made it there, proving that Steve's life was cut short. Steve Prefontaine, to this day, is still known as one of the most influential and inspiring runners of time. As Pre once said, to give anything than your best is to sacrifice the gift. Steve thought that everyone had a special gift. They just had to dig deep down and find it. As my main points prove, number 1, Steve dominated in high school. Number 2, Steve dominated in college. And number 3, Steve's life was cut short. Steve Prefontaine couldn't be stopped.